Wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking over the games that, as far as we know, are set to be released next year that we can't wait to get our hands on.
Hey.
Hey.
Number 10, Crimson Desert.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written by our own hand.
Open world RPGs, especially ones set in vast fantasy worlds, are essentially a dime a dozen these days. So it takes a special brew to cleave a way through the noise and establish itself as a true contender. And from everything we've seen, Crimson Desert isn't doing anything by half measures. Swords, sorcery, dragons, arcane robots, it seems like there's nothing this world doesn't incorporate. We can only hope this transition from an MMO like Black Desert Online into something more streamlined and singular is successful. We need fresh blood that can take on the might of juggernauts like The Witcher.
This is our mission.
Number 9, Reanimal.
Nothing lasts forever.
Whether you enjoyed the latest entry or not, it's fair to say that Little Nightmares has lost a lot of its bite. The je ne sais quoi that made it a darling of the horror gaming scene. Well, now the original creators have rolled up their sleeves and doubled down on the freakiness, because their upcoming project legitimately makes us shiver. Ironically, this is also a co-op adventure that sees you play as youngsters caught in an unfathomably sinister situation. Only here, you have to avoid giant, grotesque, mutated animals, drenched in a macabre art style that's the furthest thing from PG-13. Get ready to unlock a new phobia.
Good night, and good luck to you all.
Number 8, Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave.
Bold warriors, draw now upon your strength. Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
If Donkey Kong, Mario, and Metroid weren't enough to convince you to give in and get a Switch 2, maybe a return to one of gaming's most beloved tactical RPG franchises will do the trick. Engage, while slick with its controls and combat, somewhat faltered when it came to compelling characters and storytelling. So to see Fire Emblem go back to political intrigue and conflicting ideologies, this time set in a gladiatorial setting, has long-term fans over the moon. Even more so that Fortune's Weave is, in some way, connected to 3 houses.
I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign. That I vow to you.
Number 7, Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Just when you thought the Cape Crusaders' time assembling and breaking through bricks had come to an end, along came this surprise reveal to light up the bat signal once again. Not only does Legacy of the Dark Knight retain the same tongue-in-cheek approach, not only will it be taking inspiration from some of Batman's biggest live-action movies, but the combat and open world look straight out of the Arkham games. Oh thank God, now we can pretend that Kill the Justice League was just a fever dream. Also, Matt Berry as Bane is perfection. Number 6, Saros.
Scan for Sultari signals.
Returnal was a phenomenon that offered scathing difficulty with the thrill of bullet hell action. It was so well polished, offered such frantic combat, that it was easy to become hooked despite how unrelenting it could be with the amount of projectiles thrown at the screen. Now they're following it up with another dive into the genre, albeit one with a greater emphasis on approachable progression. They've already established a pedigree for overwhelming sci-fi combat, so maybe a fresh injection of roguelike goodness can take this latest outing to the next level. Number 5, Marvel's Wolverine.
I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me.
At long last, the claws are out. Whatever trepidation fans may have had about Insomniac taking on the most iconic member of the X-Men was alleviated when we saw just how bloody Wolverine's solo game was going to be. Whether it's human assassins, sentinels, or other mutants, Canada's angriest adamantium killing machine is showing no mercy, ripping them apart in the most gruesome of ways. If they manage to thread the needle with a gripping story and a combat cycle that feels as good to play as Spider-Man's web swinging was, then Logan might be on track to carve a way to the top of superhero gaming.
I'm Wolverine.
Number 4. Pragmata.
I am DI-03367. They are Pragmata creators.
Hang on a second.
Part third-person shooter, part puzzler, all sci-fi action, Capcom's long-awaited new IP has continued to intrigue us since its reveal. From its unique brand of gunplay to the unraveling story between a spacefaring tough guy and an android in the form of an inquisitive young girl. You might scoff at the notion of yet another found family narrative between a diametrically different duo, but the twist of having to contend with a slew of cybernetic enemies by relying on both Hugh's marksmanship and Diana's hacking abilities in tandem has every chance of all parties forming some sense of camaraderie, players included. This is certainly a dark horse in 2026's lineup, and we're all hoping it can bypass any doubt and become a frontrunner.
I said I am DI-0...
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Number 3. 007 First Light.
It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Most would agree that despite the occasional glimmer of potential, no game featuring James Bond has reached the heights of GoldenEye 007 from way back in the 90s. Which brings us to this rather interesting take on the legendary spy, one brought to us by the developers of the modern Hitman games, who certainly know a thing or two about well-dressed assassins shooting their way out of impossible situations. First Light makes the bold choice to focus on Bond in his younger years, showcasing how he earned his license to kill and become the hardened super spy we've all come to love. Don't worry though, from the looks of things, there's still plenty of fast cars and things going boom. Number 2. Resident Evil Requiem.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
At long last, we're returning to Raccoon City. And from the looks of things, we're in for a hell of a bad time. Meant to cap off the story of numerous legacy characters, Requiem is going big on the hardcore horror once again, by having the defenseless Grace Ashcroft act as our leading lady, where her only choice appears to be running for her life as she's hunted relentlessly by some truly disturbing entities, straight from Resident Evil's gruesome catalogue. We know there'll be scares, we know there'll be surprises. We're just hoping Capcom can knock it out of the park if this really is the end for so many iconic names under the RE banner.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 6.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I've seen you here before.
You might have.
We almost want to put an asterisk next to this one, on account that this game is stacking up delays quicker than Rockstar does controversies. Assuming all goes to plan and it does release as intended by the tail end of next year, then there's little doubt GTA 6 will utterly dominate. Not only have the years since GTA 5 built up hype to ludicrous degrees, but given the franchise's history, this is a title synonymous with go big or go home, something the trailers have been eager to double down on. Taking part in a criminal couple's latest spree is likely only going to take up a fraction of our time, given the excessive amount of content that's been promised throughout this reimagined version of Vice City.
Trust?
Trust.
Which upcoming game are you dying to play? Let us know in the comments.